Hello, I am Wanderer001 and this is my review of Social Bluebook. It has both a free and paid version. Realistically, if you're looking at the free version, you can gain a value of one account, meaning one YouTube account, and that's pretty much it. Everything else you do have to pay for if you want it. So the question is, does Social Bluebook have value enough for you to pay for it? And I will talk about the pricing later. As of late, the way that the world has been, I have considered taking on sponsorship or sponsored videos. Granted, I haven't accepted any as of yet, but the big problem with taking on a sponsorship or a sponsored video is knowing your value. 9 times out of 10, you probably have no idea how much you're worth as a creator or how much the eyeballs that look at your stuff makes you worth. That is where Social Bluebook comes in. As you can see here, this is the landing page when we first come in. I have my icon from my YouTube page right there. So this is my dashboard. From here, I have quick access to my values, Pro Insight, Social Bluebook Academy, Media Kit. That's this top portion. Again, if you are on a non-paid version, you have access to the My Values. The Pro Insight, Media Kit, and Academy all require you to have a paid version. Scrolling down to the bottom, you also have access via the paid to the Deals Hub, Community, and Resources. Now, the resources are links to other pages that show you things like magic links and special offers that you can get by paying for Social Bluebook. Community is a Facebook group, which I'm not really a Facebook person, so I didn't go there. And Deal Hub, I will show you as we move on. So what we're going to do is we're going to select My Values, which can be mirrored up here. So we have my values, Pro Insight, Community, and the Academy. So we're going to start with the important part, my value. How much is my YouTube work worth? Here you could see I have 3 accounts attached. My secondary YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel, and an Instagram which is broken because apparently the legacy API stopped working. No big deal, I don't use Instagram all that much. So right here you could see my secondary channel, very small, doesn't get the eyeballs, not valued at that much. Here we have my main channel, which shows me I have a much higher value. But you'll also notice in the upper left-hand corner, the last time that it refreshed my value was 1 day and 1 hour ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to refresh for all the platforms that I have attached. And what this does is it moves my highest value to the front. So what we can see now is my main channel here has a suggested low value of doing a dedicated upload in July of $61 with a high of $267 with a mid-range of $164.50. Now, the beauty of this is this changes dynamically based on what month. So let's say October, I want to do a dedicated video. You notice that number in all aspects has gone up, and that's because, well, October, November, December, those are your primary advertising months. And notice I can also change it from a dedicated upload to maybe I just want to do a shout out. Maybe I want to do a direct link. Maybe I want to do active feed promotion. That changes all the values. Now, this is something that I had no idea about, and I'm very happy that I found this for just this purpose. If I knew nothing else about Social Bluebook, this would be it. If you have one channel, just make an account, get your evaluation. You never know how much you're actually worth. Scrolling down, you can see I have 11,000 subscribers. I've got total views or views per video. Not quite that much. It depends on the video. Here you have a drop down for extra information. So just as any other good aggregate site, it will pull your information from YouTube. And we're just going to close that up. If for whatever reason I wanted to add another one, I come down to the lower right and I click on this plus sign and I can add another account. If I wanted to, I could create a proposal right from here, but we're not going to do that. And then this one is a shareable card. So if I want to, I can create a PDF and I could say, here advertisers, here's my information. What we're going to do next is right back up here for the view channel growth. This is something new that they've added. If I do this on my main channel, it shows you the growth that you've had over time. And again, it's pulling all that metadata out of YouTube and putting it in a nice place. Latest videos will show your latest videos, but also has prices of what you've made. So I'm not going to show that because I don't know. YouTube seems, off about whether you actually share that or not. Channel type is weird for me because I don't really do autos. I do science and technology a lot, but not automotive. But that is a quick look at our values. Next up on our list is Pro Insight. This is something that only becomes available to you if you have a paid version. And to me, I haven't found much use out of it, only because my main channel is where I'm getting most of my information from, and all this other info really doesn't do it for me. So, I thought it would be more useful. I thought I'd see something more like you would get in TubeBuddy, which is another software service that I use and started off free but now pay for because it is an awesome tool. Review lists up there in the corner if you're interested in that. Speaking of TubeBuddy, Social Bluebook does also integrate quite nicely with TubeBuddy. But after Pro Insight, which I pretty much see that my main channel is getting me all my views, there is Community. I don't really actively participate in Facebook, so there you go. Academy is this little extra information that you can get from Social Bluebook. So if you've seen any of those startup academies, this is pretty much what it is. I went through and I watched quite a few of them. I'm not going to lie, this is probably not why you should pay for Social Bluebook. It really, most of the information you could find on YouTube already for free, and aside from a couple of documents that I found useful and probably could have found if I put a little more time into it, I just really didn't find it worthwhile for that being the portion that I was paying for. Now, the thing to keep in mind also is they're using, it looks like, a proprietary video service for that, and there's no speeding it up. It loaded really weird. So again, don't pay for Social Bluebook for the Academy. Now, I clicked on home. This is your notifications if you had any. And then we got our settings over here. So Media Kit. This is the public view of me, Wanderer 001. So what this is, if a brand is looking for you, they can come to Social Bluebook and they can see, here's this person. He's got categories, which I don't have set up, but if I click on this, I can tell the brands more about myself. So I can pick categories that best fit my content, and then I can pick my value message over here on the right. So hypothetically, I'm going to say I'm an authority, and we do not do... It would help if these were actually in alphabetical order on the left. We're going to say baking, so I'm going to hit save, and now, here we go. Categories, you see baking, and I'm an authority for my values. If you wanted to change this, you can always click on this again and take your check marks off and then hit save. You can also edit any portion of this, your logo, your name, and then you could share. So I can copy this link and share it with people. I can text it to a phone number, or I can have a message, which would be text. So we're just going to cancel. On this page, you also see my follower count, but you also see each of my channels and how they're doing. Here to my second channel, which doesn't quite have the subs or views that my main channel has. And here you can see age range, audience, country, and then breakdown of my recent videos. On this page, you can also feature example content. So here I put 2 types of videos for detailed tech reviews. If I wanted to add more, I can come up here, add content, I can add a photo, I can add a video link, but you will have to give it a description for each so that it kind of knows what it's aggregating together. So that is your Media Kit. Again, Media Kit is something that you have with the paid version of Social Bluebook. Drop down, My Projects. This is something I actually tried a couple of times. Lower right hand corner is how you start a new project. So right now I have 0 public campaigns. I have 0 invitations, meaning a company reached out to me. I made 1 proposal based on a software company that wanted me to review their software. Here I could see title, proposed price, and the expiration date. As of filming, this is 2 days away from expiring, and the reason that this has an expiration date is your value constantly changes based on the engagement that your videos are getting and what time of year you're actually doing this. So I can share, which I did. If we share this, I can copy the link and send it to the vendor, or I have an email that I can send it to, or if I have their number, I can send it to them that way. I can call off this particular one, which I'm not going to do just yet because I'm going to show you, edit, and this is what it would look like when you're creating a new proposal. You give it a title, you kind of have a brief description, what's it about, you pick your platform, you select what type it is. Is it a dedicated upload? Is it a shout out, direct link? what I wish they would do is I wish they would allow you to have multitude. So I want to make a combination of dedicated and a shout out, or a dedicated and direct link. Sadly, they do not. You have to pick those individually. You set your fee, you set delivery date, basic description as to what is going on. You can see here that Social Bluebook is suggesting $164.50 based on my current value. You have proposal expiration date and due date of the draft. You can set this to display this rate on your page, but you don't have to, meaning that media kit or profile page, and then you can update. Now, if you were to do a direct link is only $17.50 or now $16.45, Social Bluebook will only allow you to set a fee of a minimum of $50, which is why I wish they would allow you to kind of roll things together. But if you want to have multiple campaigns going with this one promotion, you can do that just by selecting one of these other ones, and then you would just update. So you can see the platform's right there, expiration date, and I would have sent this off. If I was working on something, I can see my in production, I can see deliverables, and I can see completed. We also have archived, which is a test one I did years ago. Now, if a company accepts your Social Bluebook proposal, they do have to create an account and pay up front. What happens then is Social Bluebook puts that money into an escrow account, meaning that unless you deliver the product, they, meaning the company, don't have to pay you, or Social Bluebook does not release the funds to you. Once both sides agree that the work has been completed satisfactorily, Social Bluebook releases the funds to the creator. So they're acting as a neutral third party, and of course, there is a fee to do that. So not only do you pay for that as a service, there's also a service fee. Not that it's bad, but just be aware. So my projects, that's where we are. Billing, not going to show you that, but kind of self-explanatory. Settings, again, some private information in there, so I'm not going to show you that. Deal Hub. Now, this is a separate site that you will have to make a separate login for. But here, this is a way that you can kind of look at open affiliate marketing. So right now, this is the dashboard. You can see I've got nothing going on. But over here on the left, I can come down to deals, and then I can see any openings that there are. So here we've got this for Slim Lounge Joggers. So I can see that's the price. It's a commission. This is a 0% commission. So if I want, I can find something that does have a commission. So here we go. This is a automotive part. So it's $20. There you go, 56 cents. And it's a 2% commission. It's not great. At least this isn't, because the filter is not strong, because if I come in here and I type in tech, it's tambourines. It needs some work. This needs work. I'm not saying that it's bad, but it's not what I would, again, pay for the service for. You also have direct, which is if you've seen anybody pimping Dollar Shave Club, Drop.com, Fiverr, Nord. Again, got a review over in the corner. Hashtag not sponsored, NordVPN review. So, it's interesting. You've got your platforms, which you add so that, this can work its magic. And profile, you need to set up your profile here and link it back to your Social Bluebook account before you'll actually see any deals. It took me forever to figure that out. So I'm just letting you know that. Video tutorials and logout. That's your last bit up here. So, Social Bluebook. Is it worth paying? And that's the thing I keep saying. You have to pay for this. But I haven't said how much you have to pay for. Well, if you pay for 1 year up front, it will cost you $150. If you pay monthly, it will cost you $20. So the question is that price worth it for you? For me personally, if I'm going to have multiple accounts, and that's the big thing for me, do I need the multiple account view? Then yes, then I would pay for it. Pro Insight, not great. Media Kit can be useful if you're actively reaching out. Social Bluebook Academy, not worth it. And the Deal Hub, maybe you'll find it a little more useful than I did. At the very least, you can pay for it for a month and come down here to the resources, and they'll show you all sorts of affiliate marketing stuff that you can do. And I'm not going to show you because I'm pretty sure that goes against terms of service. So, free version, if you have one YouTube channel and you're really working on getting that up, free version will get you fine. You'll be able to see your values and all the charts and stuff. Paid version if you have multiple channels or multiple venues, or if you want that media kit. That would be the only reason that I would suggest paying for it. I haven't really seen a lot of push on YouTube for Social Bluebook. The last videos that I saw for people who made reviews of this was almost like 2017. It's currently 2020. So I figured, why not do an update, put this out there. So if you were considering using Social Bluebook, or maybe you've heard of Social Bluebook and wanted to know what it is, I would give you a little insight as to what it is and how it can help you. With that said, I have been Wanderer 001. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching.